It's time for the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And good morning and welcome to Springfield and the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown here on TribCast. Mark Froelich here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth along with April Froelich, getting ready for the first of two games here on TribCast today. And it's we'll start it off with the defending state champions, the Vanpar Indians taking on the champions from 2 years ago, the Oran Eagles. Clopton is later this evening. It'll be a 6:20 tip-off. Later this evening, a 6 o'clock, maybe a little before that, pregame here on the peoplestribune.com. So lots of basketball here from Springfield. They started with the Class 3 semifinals last night, semifinals. So they got some of the games out of the way, had some big numbers put up by the bigger schools in this Class 1, 2, 3 portion. They'll have Class 4 and 5. I think they're running about 2 weeks behind the rest of the state. So that's coming up in just a couple of weeks here at Springfield. We actually haven't seen Vanpar come out of the locker room yet.
No,
they were
Oran.
They were all huddled up. They went back for their team picture, and neither team has come back out yet. I think we're starting to build toward that.
So they're in the
tunnel, just to our right. So we'll take a quick break, come back with more here from Springfield and the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown on the peoplestribune.com. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us look for ways to save energy, but be smart. Don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a downed power line. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water. Don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
The teams have taken the floor here as we get closer to tip-off here in the semifinals of the Class 2 Show Me Showdown. It is the 2018 champion Vanpar Indians against the 2017 champion Oran Eagles here from JQH Arena on the campus of Missouri State University in Springfield. My nephew goes here.
That's right.
Yeah, Ryan. I haven't seen him. Every time we come down here for a championship, whether it be for basketball last year or softball the last few years, he's never here.
No.
I didn't even check this time. Forget that kid. We'll try and get in touch with him later. But we've got a good matchup here. Oran coming out of southeast Missouri in that Boot Heel region of the state, and they're 29-1 coming into this ball game.
They're on a 21-game winning streak.
But that sounds all fine and good, but they only came into this tournament with one more win than Milan and one less loss than Milan that Vanpar saw in the quarterfinals. And look what happened there.
No, they saw him in the sectional.
The opening round of the state tournament.
There you go.
Here, that was back at Hannibal. It seems so long ago.
I know.
But Vanpar has always been giant killers, and that starts with their defense. We'll get into the numbers for Oran. We'll get into the numbers for Vanpar. But that that great team defense is the great equalizer. And the fact that these guys were here, almost every member of the team was on that bench last year,
Right.
As the Indians won their second ever state title in school history. Oran, there's going to be a lot of turnover from 2 years ago.
Right.
So a lot of those guys, maybe they were up in the stands, but they don't know the pressures
Right.
of what goes on the floor.
Especially when you have a Trey Miller in your face.
Exactly. And what a quarterfinal game that Trey had
Yes.
at Moberly on Saturday, throwing down 17 points in the game's opening quarter on his way to a 27-point night in that win over Cairo to get him into this state Final Four, the MSHSAA Showdown. We'll take another quick break. We'll look at those numbers when we come back. This is the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management, from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors. The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we gotta bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a touch-tone energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com. And welcome back to JQH Arena in Springfield, the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown here on TribCast. Mark Fronick, April Fronick here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. We're just about 12 minutes away from introductions on the floor prior to this state semifinal here from the campus of Missouri State University. And let's talk about the numbers a little bit coming into this ball game. You kind of tallied up some stuff looking at the stat sheets.
Well, you've got Trey Miller. That's he's got
15 and a half point average this season
exactly.
per game.
And pulling down about 7.5 rebounds per game. Verlin pulling down about the same amount of rebounds per game, and he's shooting over 500% from field goal.
And he kind of joked after the win on Saturday that he doesn't score much, but when he does shoot the ball, it generally goes in. Yeah. And if it doesn't, he's there to get his own offensive rebound and get a second shot at it, which usually then does go down. So
you got three players for Oran that that have over 500, and their big shooter will be Jacob Shoemaker. He has about 23 points per game and 619 for the season, where Trey's their leading. He has 377. So it's a big difference, but and
those numbers have both risen. That the numbers that were submitted to Misha were submitted at the end of the district tournament.
That's
so
right.
It's gone up a little bit in that big performance against Cairo probably pushed up those numbers for Trey Miller a little bit. And you mentioned the 21-game winning streak for Oran. The Eagles, they haven't lost in a while. Van Far lost their regular season finale, but it put together now a 4-game winning streak heading into this state Final Four here from Springfield. But they always seem, this group is just a postseason squad.
Yes.
They are a big game squad.
Right.
Whether it be in local tournaments or here on the big stage, and the bigger the stage, the better they play, and that's been very evident over the district championship and the first 2 rounds of the state tournament leading up to our Show Me Showdown. We'll take another quick break. We still have starters to come. It's Oran and your Van Far Indians, the defending state champions, coming up in just minutes here on TribCast. It's time to button up the house to protect against winter's elements. Your local La Crosse Lumber Company is your weatherization leader with doors, windows, and a full line of Owens Corning insulation. Don't hesitate, insulate. You'll save on your heating and cooling bills year-round. For prices on Owens Corning insulation, visit your local La Crosse Lumber Company today. Savings may vary. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours, and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sending the Van Far Indians best wishes for a successful postseason during their quest for back-to-back state championships from your New Tech Seed sales representative, Jay Wilburn. Give Jay a call at 573-473-0788 for all your seed needs this spring. That number again is 573-473-0788. Good luck, Indians, from your New Tech Seed sales representative, Jay Wilburn. We are Van Far. TribCast coverage of the 2019 Show Me Showdown is brought to you in part by Spare Time Bowl and Grill, Airco Travel Centers, Ingram Plumbing, Northeast Missouri Title Company, PJ's Salon in Louisiana, Penrod Real Estate, Family Drug in Louisiana, Maple Grove Lodge Nursing Home, and by Calvin's Restaurant in Eolia. More state championship basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And welcome back to JQH Arena in Springfield, Missouri, the home, now year number 2 of the MSHSAA basketball championships. And, last year we were here with Van Far. This year we're here with Van Far and Clopton. So JQH Arena and Missouri State has been very good to us. And if you want to really look into the history, if you count softball in there as well, they've been at Missouri State for the last several years. And I think we've been here all but one of those, including the last 2 state champions with Bowling Green. So we like Springfield. We like Springfield a lot.
Yes, we do.
All right.
I was watching the cheer.
Looking at the crowd, this is a very decisively Van Far dominated crowd.
Yes, but they're spread out more. Where you look at Oran, they are tight. They have packed themselves
they're
side by side.
They're in one section right behind their bench. And Van Far is in both sections behind the scorers. The student section's about 2-1, and I think the fans are about 2-1
well,
here.
The student section's definitely
in favor
2-1,
of Van Far. Now, Van Far, for the first time since state play began, they're going to be in their road uniforms tonight. Everything else has been the home whites. And, last year, Trey Miller forgot his jersey at the hotel. I don't know who did it this time, but they were missing a jersey for a while. Now everyone has a jersey, and I think that's a good omen for Van Far. If it worked last year, you got yourself a state title, by golly, do it again.
Right.
I'd almost forget it on purpose.
Who's going to do it this year?
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for this ball game. Our Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineup. See all the services they offer at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities.
All right. And for the Oran Eagles, it will be number 12, Jacob Shoemaker, a 5'11 senior, getting the start tonight. And it'll be I say tonight. I'm so used to broadcasting at night.
This is early.
This morning. Number 21, Lucas Patterson, a 5'11, number 22, Langdon Sheeter, a 5'9 sophomore will start. Number 31, Tyson Goodale. He is a 6-foot junior. A 6-foot sophomore, number 33, Ty Johnson, and 6-foot junior, number 35, Todd Priggle. Everyone's 6 foot on this team.
Yeah. Except for the one that's 6'3", and he's not starting.
No. So for Oran, again, it will be Shoemaker, Sheeter, Goodale, Johnson, and Priggle. And for Van Far, it will be number 0, Verdell Johnson, a 6-foot junior, getting the start. Number 10, Caden Wilburn, a 6'2 senior. Number 20, Verlin Johnson, a 6'5 senior. 6'2 senior. Number 30, Trayson Coel. And number 34, 6'2 senior, your favorite, Trey Miller. So again, for Van Far, it'll be Verdell Johnson, Verlin Johnson, Wilburn, Coel, and Miller.
There you go. Those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups as the teams go to the benches. The lineups brought to you by the Pike County Health Department online at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. The teams have gone to the benches. We're about ready for introductions on the floor. The state semifinals from the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown. It's Oran against the defending state champion Van Far Indians, and it's coming up next on TribCast.
This is TribCast, celebrating 10 years of champions. The Van Far Indians in the Missouri State High School Activities Association Class 2 Show Me Showdown from the People's Tribune newspaper are brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Shukarn in Bowling Green, Sidney Boylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by La Crosse Lumber Company, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Community State Banks of Missouri, by Young Enterprises Incorporated, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, Pike County Memorial Hospital, by B&B Automotive, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Wharf Construction, Lynn's Heritage House, by Dairy Queen of Vandalia, Cole Chiropractic Center, Nutrient Ag Solutions, the Van Far Indians Booster Club, Hogue Ford in Bowling Green, by J. Wilburn New Tech Seed, Connie Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, by Perkins Electrical and Plumbing Service, Barnett's Landscaping of Vandalia, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, by Center Locker Service, Meyer Implement Company, Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia, Pearl Motor Company, by Service and Supply Co-op of Vandalia, American Family Insurance Agent Rusty Strother in Vandalia, by Calvert's General Insurance, the Clopton Hawks Booster Club, Central Bank of Audrain County, Spare Time Bowl and Grill, Airco Travel Centers, Ingram Plumbing, by Northeast Missouri Title Company, PJ Salon, Family Drug in Louisiana, Penrod Real Estate, by Maple Grove Lodge Nursing Home, Calvin's Restaurant Neolia, Denise Leverett of RP Land Company, Martin General Contractors in Neolia, Gentle Healthy Smiles in Mexico and Vandalia, Magruder Limestone Company, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Hampton's Chem Drive, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Advanced Eye Care, A&W Communications, the Betty Davis Insurance Agency, and by MFA Agri-Services of Vandalia. Now, coverage of the Van Far Indians in the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown from the People's Tribune newspaper, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast.
introducing the non-starters for Van Far right now. They'll introduce the non-starters, I think, for both squads, and then the starters. Just had a nice band rendition of the national anthem. Got the crowd going here. Got a lot of Van Far folks behind us. See, you didn't even notice the ones behind us.
No, I didn't.
Great crowd here.
Yes. They traveled, to say, Van Far travels really well most of the time anyway.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your opening tip in just minutes. This is the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown. Van Far and Oran coming up in the semifinals on TribCast.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
Mid-America Auto and Towing. Complete automotive service. New and used tires with wholesale pricing. Mid-America Auto and Towing has a great line of used cars and trucks available with financing options for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models at Mid-America Auto and Towing. Now at 15877 Highway 54 in Bowling Green across from the fairgrounds. Mid-America Auto and Towing.
In a world at the mercy of every rise and fall of the thermometer, your local Bryant professional will stand and defend you, your family, your home, and your bank account from fluctuating temperatures and rising energy bills.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Listen to that ovation for Trey Miller as the Van Far starters have been announced. One more for Oran, and then we'll have our opening tip brought to you by LaCrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. LaCrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. Few last words from Coach Pat Conaway, Coach Brett Redding. This is going to be fun. 2 games from Springfield. One in the morning, one in the evening. We've got Clopton coming up later. Right now, Van Far and Oran.
And look at all the fans on their feet. I like it.
As
up.
The title defense continues. Here in the MSHSAA Final Four, the Show Me Showdown. They'll shake hands. It'll be Pregame jumping center against Verlin Johnson. Our LaCrosse Lumber Company opening tip is in the air, and I think Oran jumped a little early, but they got the ball, and it'll be Jacob Schumacher. Schumacher to the near side for Landon Sheeter. Sheeter with Verdell all over him, and a travel called against Tyson Goodale. A turnover gives it to Van Far 15 seconds into this ball game. So Oran wins the opening tip. Van Far will go from the right to the left. With it on the far side, crossing the timeline is Caden Wilburn. Skips it near side for Verdell. Verdell on the baseline, off the glass and in. Verdell Johnson scores the first 2 points of the Show Me Showdown. With it back the other way is Todd Pregame from the far side. That shot a little bit long, and the rebound pulled down on the near side by Caden Wilburn. Wilburn has it stolen from him at center court. Little contact there, and a shot off the glass is good for Todd Pregame to tie the game. I think Wilburn wanted a foul there. He's got it in the backcourt after the tying basket. Gets it to Verdell. Verdell with a long pass to Verlin Johnson. Verlin spins off the glass and in. Oh, what a move from Verlin Johnson.
How did he settle that?
And now a steal by Trayson Coel.
It ran into his head. Trayson Quill's head caught it.
He shakes it off. He's got the ball now, traveling to the far side, gives it to Caden Wilburn on a little bit of a weave. Caden off the glass and in.
Nice.
Nice drive down the center of the lane for Caden Wilburn to put the Indians up by 4 here with a minute and a half gone in the first quarter. With the ball is Jacob Shoemaker. The 5'11 senior works against Caden Wilburn. Wilburn stays on his man as the ball goes to the center of the lane for Todd Priggle. Shot blocked. And here comes Verdell back the other way for Van Far. Verdell gets it to Wilburn. Wilburn near side. Trey Miller for 3. Little long. Missed everything. Goes off of number 33, Ty Johnson. It'll stay with Van Far. That's a lucky break there.
Yeah, I know. What was he thinking, sticking his hand out?
I think that's defensive nerves. And Trayson Kowal checks out into the ballgame for the first time as Colin Wilburn. I want to hear more proverbs from Colin after the game. Lob pass. Trey Miller off the glass and in. He gets his first 2 points. And it's an 8-2 run to start the game. 6-0 in favor of Van Far in the last 3 buckets. To the near side, it's Ty Johnson back to the top of the key for Langston Sheeter. Far point and back up top is Tyson Goodale. Goodale gives it to Todd Priggle on the near point. They work it down to the baseline, kick it out far side. Here's a 3. That's rattled down for number 22, Langdon Sheeter. So it's a 3-point Van Far lead. Here's Verdell.
Having a little trouble with this press.
They are, but they break it up to Trey Miller. He's bumped from behind. No call again. Turns around again. Was bumped. Got his own rebound. Back to Verdell. Bounce pass for Verlin. He has trouble with it. And got it back and scores. How did he get it back? I got blocked by about 3 players. Back the other way quickly. Here's Johnson. Cut off. Blocked by Verlin. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Oran Eagles. But Van Far, that defense has looked pretty good so far.
Well, you can see Oran's eyes when they're looking at one another that I don't think they've seen anything like Van Far.
Defensive speed. I don't think they've seen that kind of defensive speed. To the hoop. Another block for Verlin. Back to Verdell. Good crossover to get across the line. He's on the drive. Goes all the way to the basket. It's short. And the rebound pulled down by Todd Priggle. Priggle moves it up for Goodale. He's tackled. No calls again. Back to Priggle. To the baseline for number 22. That's Langdon Sheeter. All the way out the near side of Johnson. Back up top. They work it down low. To Goodale. Goodale's shot goes over Trey Miller and in. It's a 3-point game. 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Here's Caden Wilburn with it in the backcourt. Gives it to Johnson. Verdell. Skips across the line to Colin Wilburn. Now for Trey Miller. Trying to lob it down low to Verlin. He did get it. It's like Orion almost gave up defensively. Back to Verdell. They'll work the perimeter. Now driving baseline. Caden Wilburn. No, and a charge called on Caden Wilburn. He doesn't like it. First foul against the Indians. First foul of the ball game, isn't it?
Yes.
3:53 to play in the first quarter here from Springfield. Up the floor with it is Jacob Shoemaker. He wears number 12. Oran, white jerseys trimmed in checkerboards down the sides. Blue checkerboards, blue lettering. To the near side for Sheeter. Back up top for Tyson Goodale. With Verlin in his face, he gives it to Sheeter. Sheeter can't get the shot to fall, but he's fouled by Verdell. Back-to-back fouls against the Indians. That's the first on Johnson. Oh, what a steal by Caden Wilburn on the long inbound pass. He's stripped out of bounds.
Whoa.
And it's going to stay with Van Far. Again, I think he got hands there. And Wilburn wants it. Colin instead goes to Trey Miller. To Verdell. Now for Verlin. Verlin's stripped, but it's a foul. As he went up for the shot, he'll shoot 2. The foul called on number 35, Todd Priggle.
It's his first, team's first.
And Verlin. And that one's good. First free throw of the day. Nothing but net for Verlin Johnson. Now Verdell and Caden Wilburn will switch spots. Verdell will go into a double team near the center court line. And the second shot is in and out, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it'll be Oran ball with 3:15 to play. We're in the first quarter here from JQH Arena in Springfield in the MSHSAA Showdown. Slowly across the line is Todd Priggle. Lane opens up for him. He's stripped and fouled. And he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Priggle, the 6-foot junior, third foul against the Indians. The foul goes against Sam Middleton, who just came in the ball game at the last whistle. And the first shot's no good. So the score remains 11-7 in favor of the Indians. And the second shot is good. Makes it a 3-point game again. Here's Caden Wilburn in the backcourt. Gives it to Middleton. Middleton's shot almost ended up in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth.
Indeed.
And Trey Miller will inbound right in front of us. We could reach out and touch somebody. Middleton with it in the backcourt for Van Far. Over to Caden Wilburn with the bounce pass. Still in the backcourt. Back to Sam. Sam across the line with the pass to Verlin. Now back to Caden Wilburn. Wilburn in front of the scorer's table. Makes his way across the bear with a pass to Middleton, who takes his spot now. Now cuts back to Colin Wilburn. He's at the point. Colin gives it to Trey Miller. Back to Caden Wilburn to the near side for Sam Middleton. Back to Caden again over to the far side for Colin Wilburn. Dribbles out from the wing to Verlin. Now to Caden, then to Sam Middleton again, and this will frustrate Oran if they're able to do this much longer. Back to Caden Wilburn near the center circle. To the near side for Colin, now for Trey Miller. Trey, lob pass for Colin, and threw his hands out of bounds over Jerry Hickerson, sitting on the baseline. 2:02 to play in the first. 11-8 Van Far. And a 3 ties the game for Oran. See if that's what they're looking for. Look out for Langdon Sheeter. 5'9" sophomore, he's already got 1. With it on the near side is Jacob Shoemaker. Shoemaker's going to take the 3. That one is short. And the rebound coming in from nowhere was Sam Middleton. He came in from Marshfield to grab that rebound. Stratford, maybe. Here's Miller from the baseline. His shot is short. And the rebound pulled down by Langdon Sheeter. Sheeter going to bring it up the floor himself with 1:26 to go. He's going to go all the way to the hoop and score. It's a 1-point game. As Sheeter hits the runner. Here's Trey Miller. Oran wanted to carry the ball call, and then Van Far lost it anyway, but a travel will give it back to Van Far with 1:10 to go in the quarter. I can hear every word out of Brett Redding's mouth today. Trey Miller right in front of us again. Over to the far side in the backcourt. Here's Verdell on a nice pass from Caden Wilburn. Cross the line to Trey Miller. Miller takes it from the 3-point line into Colin, off the glass and in.
Yes.
Colin Wilburn. Beautiful passing play and a great touch by number 4. Back the other way is Oran with Jacob Schumacher. Gives it to Ty Johnson to the near side for Langdon Sheeter. Up and around the perimeter to number 20, Cooper Priggle. Near point for Schumacher. His shot is short, and the rebound pulled down by Caden Wilburn. And they're going to call an offensive foul again. That's shoulder to shoulder.
Give me a break.
That is not a good call. The official wasn't even looking. He saw the man go down.
Well, he celebrated, so I would say that may be the last call they get like that.
Yeah.
Usually if you celebrate the charging call that you incurred.
Coach Conaway got every word he could in on that official who now is on the baseline. With it is Schumacher looking for the last shot with 14 seconds to go in the quarter. Colin Wilburn staring him down to 7. Here's his move. Spin move into a double team and scores. So Van Far, barring a miracle shot there that goes wide, lead by 1 point after the first 8 minutes here from the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown from JQH Arena in Springfield on TribCast.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at the People's Tribune and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
When you contract with a local company, you're sure to receive friendly, professional service, and that's just what you'll get with Orff Construction. A homegrown company, Orff Construction specializes in residential and commercial projects. A state-certified septic installer, Orff's offers backhoe, skid steer, and excavation services. Call 324-3552 for your next project, and remember, Orff's does basements, grading, and much more. Orff Construction in Bowling Green.
First quarter scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Hasco DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more. YoungEnterprisesinc.com.
Well, for Oran, it's Langdon Sheeter with 5 points to lead things. Todd Priggle has 3, 2 for Tyson Goodell, and 2 for Jacob Shoemaker. And then for Van Far, you've got 5 points for Verlin Johnson, who leads things, 2 for Trey Miller, 2 for Caden Wilburn, 2 for Colin Wilburn, and 2 for Verdell Johnson.
With the ball, Trey Miller, as Van Far got the first possession of the quarter. Caden Wilburn with 2 fouls in that first quarter, so look out. They're both offensive fouls, too.
Yes.
And both a little questionable. Here's Trey Miller backing in, puts it off the bottom of the backboard, got his own rebound, and rolls it in.
Padding his stats.
Trey Miller back the other way now. Oran. With it is Schumacher. Back to Sheeter. And up top again to number 35, Todd Priggle. Priggle at the point. Here's a 3, and that one's good. Shoemaker with a 3 to tie the game at 15. First time in a while that Van Far has not led since the game was tied at 2, and then they went on a 6-0 run. Here's Trey Miller. Gets it down low. Off the glass, too hard for Colin Wilburn, and the rebound pulled down by Sheeter for the Eagles. Minute gone here in the second. Here's Priggle across the line. Drops it off as they work the perimeter. Shoemaker works against Verlin Johnson. Hands it to Priggle. Priggle with Colin Wilburn out in front of him. Tried to go between his legs, lost it. Gave up his dribble, now gives up the ball to the near side and back up top again for Shoemaker. Over to the far side for Sheeter. They work it to the baseline. Reverses field. Miller put on the brakes on that, and there's a 3 from the far side for Shoemaker to put Oran ahead for the first time. 18-15. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Long pass ahead, and it's taken away by Priggle. Back to the near side. They're going to try and get another 3, aren't they? Try and get that dagger in here in the second quarter. That's a travel. Shot no good on the scoop, and the rebound pulled down by Trey Miller. Miller, they haven't given him much room to work offensively, and now a foul going to be whistled against Langdon Sheeter. That's just the second foul whistled on Oran in this ball game. And the first on number 22, Sheeter, and they'll substitute Gadeo back in. And here's Verdell with it in the backcourt. With Sheeter out to defend. To the near side for Trey Miller. For Sam Middleton. Middleton gets it back to Trey. Trey going to go baseline. That's blocked. And they go back up top. Colin Wilburn lost it off his fingertips and back the other way. On a steal comes Ty Johnson. No. And a foul called against Middleton. Ooh.
That'll be his second. Team's fourth.
5:20 to play. And to the line goes Ty Johnson, a 6-foot sophomore. Caden Wilburn getting ready to check back in after the first shot goes down to add to the Oran lead. They're up by 4 here in the second quarter. Van Farr scored the first points of this quarter as he hits the second one as well for a 5-point lead. It's been all Oran since. Here's Trey Miller in the backcourt with Sheeter all over him. To the near side for Verdell. Verdell got to get across the line. Good move to get across that line. Takes it all the way through the lane. Oh! Shot no good, but a foul will send Verdell to the line to shoot a pair. That was a strong move.
Yes, it was.
The 6-foot junior, Verdell Johnson. So Verdell at the line, and the first shot is up and no good.
Oh, that's unusual for him to miss a free throw.
Back into the ball game, Jacob Shoemaker. .507 to play in the first half. 20-15, Oran leads here in the Class 2 semifinal. Second shot, and he gets that one to go. It's a 4-point game. 20-16, Van Farr trails. Shoemaker up the floor with it across the time stripe. Tries to work past Colin Wilburn. Good defense there. Now he's into a Wilburn double team. So he goes to the far side. Back to the near side for Sheeter. Now for Gadale. Here's a three from the top of the key, and that one's good for number 33, Ty Johnson. Van Farr's got to switch it up. Over to the far side, Caden Wilburn gets across the time stripe as they continue that full court pressure. Verdell gets it back to Caden Wilburn. Caden to the near side for Trey Miller. All the way back up top for Verdell Johnson. Verdell going to drive, and a blocking foul whistled against Oran as Verdell was all sorts of tangled up there. He's up, he's okay. They said it was before any shot attempt. That's the fourth team foul against Oran. Is that correct?
I had just 3, but
it may be. From the far side, a three. That's Caden Wilburn, and that's good. Gets them back within 4 with 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Here's another three from the near side, and that one's good for Shoemaker. Oh, my goodness.
He's hit 3 of those in this quarter.
And that's why he's their leading scorer, correct?
Indeed.
Verdell over to Caden Wilburn. Across the line with a pass to Trey Miller. Trey off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped around and picked up by Oran. Gadale finally got it. Here's Sheeter. Gets a step on Verdell going up the floor. And the ball is out of bounds back to Van Farr. As I think Sheeter was looking around for a foul and he didn't get it that time. And a timeout taken by Van Farr with 3:35 to go in the first half. The Indians trail the Oran Eagles 26-19 in the MSHSAA Class 2 semifinal on TribCast.
Whether you're ready for a retirement home or care recovering from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana can provide assisted living to keep you active, safe, and healthy. Lynn's Heritage House is the only locally owned and operated long-term care facility in Pike County, offering a beautiful country setting, private and semi-private rooms, low resident-to-staff ratio, and is Medicare accepted with an RN available 24 hours a day, 7 days days a week. Elegant, affordable, assisted living. Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
3:35 to play in the first half. State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime is coming up. Mark Fronek, April Fronek here. And JQH Arena, Springfield, Missouri. Second consecutive trip for the Van Far Indians to the MSHSAA Championships. They're the only team from last year in Class 2 boys to return. Colin Wilburn gets the inbound pass after the timeout. Back to Trey Miller. He's across the stripe with 3:29 to go. Gives up his dribble. Now gets into the corner for Dylan Miner, seeing his first action of the Final Four. Verdell kicks it far side. Here's Caden Wilburn for three. That's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Goodale. He's on the move to the near side for Shoemaker. Almost had his feet go out from under him. And a charge called. Good job by Verdell. You knew one of those was going to go Van Far's way shortly.
Yep. Yep, that's his first.
Here's Verdell in the backcourt off the inbound. Gets it to Caden Wilburn. Wilburn across the line with Colin Wilburn. Colin had it stripped, got it back, and he's fouled. Nice job by the junior. And the Oran fans don't like it. All 82 of them. You want to know what I do during commercial breaks? I count. Here's Verdell. Off the inbound play. Lobs it down for Trey Miller. He's trying to go baseline. Finds some move off the glass and good. 5-point game. 2:43 to play in the half. Across the stripe with it is Ty Johnson. Johnson to the near side for Sheeter. Sheeter couldn't find room on the baseline. Got it back to number 20, Priggle. And now up top for Ty Johnson. Johnson going to drive. Almost had his feet fly out from under him. So he gets it back to Shoemaker. On the far point, and it is a double dribble, was it? Back to Van Far.
And Dylan Miner gets big high fives from Conaway and Redding.
2:22 to go. Here's Verdell in the backcourt in front of the Van Far bench. Back to Caden Wilburn. He's got to hurry, and a blocking foul this time.
Going to be 1-1.
Ty Johnson gets the foul. And I guess today and today only, if you extend the arm out, it's a blocking foul. If you go shoulder to shoulder with somebody with your arm pinned against your body, it's a charge. And the first shot is good. He earns the second. And it's a 4-point game. Caden Wilburn at the line again. And his second shot is in and out. And the rebound goes up over Dylan Miner. That's hard to do. And picked up by Oran. They're up by 4 with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Shoemaker with Miner out on him. Over to Goodale. Now for number 35, Todd Priggle. Colin Wilburn defending. Priggle behind his back now gives it to Ty Johnson. Back up top for Shoemaker. Dylan Miner says ball, 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 ball. Over to the far side goes the ball for Sheeter. Back up top for Goodale as they play to kill some clock here. Shoemaker. Now for Priggle. Colin Wilburn gives him a little space. Sam Middleton getting ready to check back in at the next whistle if we get another whistle. Back for Shoemaker. Now for Sheeter. All the way back now.
Quite interesting.
Playing for that last shot with a minute and a half to go. Through the legs and out of bounds of Shoemaker. He was looking up court when it came to him.
Yep.
And again, Trey Miller right in front of us will inbound as he calls out the play. A 3 pulls the Indians within 1.
Yeah. When Trey inbounded the ball, I just got sprayed with sweat.
It'll be all right. That's a souvenir. You're a lucky lady. From the far side, Vernell can't hit, and then on the rebound, Berlin goes to the floor, and I believe it's going to be against Oran, the whistle. And it'll be a 1-and-1. Was that Sheeter that picked up his first? They put it on there. No, 43.
Yeah.
That's
Kalen
Reed. Reed comes right back out. Minor back in. Sam Middleton didn't get to stay in long, did he? They need a rebound here if Berlin misses one of these shots.
Berlin's one for 2.
How about he makes the first one to earn the second one? Yep, he missed the first one. And over the back called against Dylan Minor. Is that Minor's first? Yes, it is.
Catch up. I like watching the reactions of these Oran people.
30 seconds left. Oran with the ball. Here's Pregame. On the dribble, Wilburn in front of him. That's Cowan. Pregame trying to find some room. None there. Here's the 3 from the top of the key, and that one's good. He can't miss, can he? Shoemaker with the tray. For a 7-point lead, down to 5 seconds. Here's Verdell. He gets it. No. He got all the way to the top of the key, but Oran has built themselves a 29-22 lead through the first 2 quarters. It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime here from Springfield. The MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown. More from JQH Arena after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Proudly serving the area at 201 South Main in Vandalia, Cole Chiropractic Center is proud to support area high school sports action on TribCast. Cole Chiropractic Center invites you to call or stop by if you've suffered a sports injury, work injury, or been involved in any type of auto accident. Dr. Cole at Cole Chiropractic offers gentle chiropractic care, 24-hour emergency services with most insurances accepted. Don't suffer needlessly. Call 594-2663. Cole Chiropractic Center, 201 South Main in Vandalia.
At Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bowling Green, they are focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the products and services they need to produce the best yield possible. Nutrient Ag Solutions offers Dynagrow and other brands of seed, ag chemicals, bulk and package, custom blend fertilizer, custom application, anhydrous, as well as expert advice and service. Nutrient Ag Solutions, 16083 Business Highway 61 North. Nutrient Ag Solutions. What an awesome basketball season our athletes, cheerleaders, coaches, and student body have had. All this success was accomplished through hard work and talent, fine coaching, and tremendous community support. The Van Far Athletic Boosters are committed to serving the student athletes of Van Far High School. Be sure to visit any Booster Club member about how you can become a member yourself. We have so much to celebrate. Go Indians, and best of luck from your Van Far Booster Club.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, Jason Orr needs to pick up his free throw game. He has not made one yet, but I don't think the Oran fan at the other end has hit one yet either.
Yeah, he's hit one.
Oh, you hit one?
Hit the first
that one looks good, yeah. As they have a free throw shooting competition here at halftime, I think for a shirt. He's got Jaylee and Jordan shagging for him. And I think he won 2-1.
I think he did.
And Jason Orr gets to keep the championship belt. I've never done, well, it's been a long time since I've done play-by-play of a halftime contest. But good start for Van Far in this one. And that second quarter, the three-pointers just started raining down for Oran, and that's the story in this one. That's why Van Far trails by 7 after 2, because their big man, Shoemaker, really started heating up. Yeah. It doesn't matter if he's moving, has a hand in his face, or what. He can measure it out, and he's got a pretty sweet-looking three-point shot.
Without a doubt. And you can see Pregame this is not their first time playing together. They work like a very well-oiled machine. He works that ball around until Jacob finds himself open, and then he drains it. Like I said, it took him about a quarter to get settled into that. But like I said, Trey scored first in this quarter, but then it was Jacob Shoemaker that tied it up with a three-pointer and then hit 3 more of them. Ty Johnson hit 1 too. They had 5 threes in that second quarter to outscore Van Far 17-9.
We'll get through all the first half scoring in a few minutes, but it's a good thing that the Van Far Indians have 2 pretty good tacticians on their bench. They're in there making the adjustments right now. I don't think Shoemaker's going to have that sort of success, at least to start the second half.
Right.
Pat Conaway and Brett Redding, they can make some adjustments, and they've got a group of guys in there that buys in 110% to what they're selling, and it's already got them one championship and now a second trip to the Final Four. So something's going right at Van Far, and we'll see if they can make those adjustments here in the second half. This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. From JQH Arena, that was the Blair Oaks dance team. I thought I recognized. I think there was a couple of softball players on that team that Bowling Green's seen the last couple of years. But we'll have first half stats after this on TribCast.
TribCast coverage of the 2019 Misha Show Me Showdown is brought to you in part by Martin General Contractors of Eolia, Denise Leverett of RP Land Company, Gentle Healthy Smiles in Mexico and Vandalia, Magruder Limestone Company, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Hampton's Chem Dry, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Advanced Eye Care, A&W Communications, and MFA Agri-Services of Vandalia. More state championship basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
Nothing outworks an F-Series. Nothing outsells an F-Series. No matter what you're doing, Ford trucks are the trucks the guys and gals who do the hardest work depend on. Don't miss the great deals on America's best-selling brand. Hurry into Pogue Ford today for great deals on new and used vehicles. Whether you're looking for a car, SUV, or truck, Pogue Ford has you covered. Visit soon at Pogue Ford, Business 61 South in Bowling Green, or visit online at PogueFord.com. Pogue Ford, where they treat their customers like friends and family.
This postseason has been full of big-time thrills, and the Vandalia Dairy Queen hopes that there are more in store. Stop into Dairy Queen and try the new fish sandwich. Delicious. And the Dairy Queen shrimp baskets are back too. Breakfast is served daily until 10 a.m. Everyone at Vandalia Dairy Queen Grill and Chill is rooting for the Indians in state play. Good luck and best wishes. Dairy Queen in Vandalia, 810 West Highway 54.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
Just about 4 minutes to go before we start quarter number 3. Time to take a look at the scoring, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Ascro DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
Well, for Oran, it's no surprise. Jacob Shoemaker leads things with 14 points. He had 4 threes in that second quarter. Langdon Sheeter has 5. Ty Johnson has 5. Todd Pregame has 3. And Tyson Goodale has 2 for Van Far. It's Trey Miller and Caden Wilburn, each with 6 points apiece. Verlin Johnson has 5. And 3 for Verdell Johnson and 2 for Colin Wilburn.
Well, Oran has definitely shown that they can put some points on the board a lot in a hurry. They lead Van Far 29-22 through 2 quarters. Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Ascro DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. Van Far finally started getting a couple of calls their way in the second quarter after Caden Wilburn had taken a couple of charges. Finally, a blocking foul was called on a drive by Wilburn, and it was the Eagles picking up a couple of offensive fouls as Van Far comes out of the locker room with about 2:45 to go before we start quarter number 3. We'll see if they can make those adjustments and pull out this state semifinal, make it into tomorrow's championship game here at JQH Arena. We'll take a break, come back with third quarter action after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Everyone knows Perkins Electrical Service in Bowling Green handles most everything electrical. They also offer retail sales of electrical products and supplies and sell Generac generators and Mitsubishi products. But something you may not know until now, Perkins Electrical Service is now offering plumbing services. So whether you need plumbing or electrical service or both, see Brennan and the crew at Perkins Electrical and Plumbing Service, 819 Business Highway 61 North in Bowling Green. They look forward to working with you.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Compare the bottom line and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Louisiana. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit County Market. Check out the wonderful deli department and let our friendly staff help with any questions you have. Lent is upon us, so check out our plentiful seafood selections as well. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit our supermarket, County Market, 3328 Georgia in Louisiana.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Start of the second half brought to you by LaCrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. LaCrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. The official stats look exactly like your stats. Field goal percentage for Oran, 58.8% in the first half. Yep. Van Far shooting 47.4% through the first 2 quarters of this ball game. Free throw percentage, Van Far only at about 43%, while they've hit 75% of their free throws.
Yep.
So, in other words, just like the numbers that you presented to us.
Definitely.
Yeah. 8 minutes are on the clock. Our second half start.
Something I've noticed, though, Oran, they play with no joy. Have you noticed that? I mean, zero joy. There's no smiles.
Very businesslike.
I mean, I've never seen boys this somber looking while playing a game that's supposed to be fun.
It's all business right now. And with the ball, Oran to start the second half, Todd Priggle. Priggle moves past a screen to the baseline. Now to Goodale. His shot is good. Well, that didn't look like it was going to go down, but Goodale got it to fall. Here's Trey Miller. Gets across the time stripe. Ooh, most traveled. Now gets it to Trayson Coel. Back to Verdell Johnson. Johnson to the near side for Caden Wilburn. Wilburn right in front of us. To Verdell. Lob pass for Verlin. To the basket. No. Got his own rebound. Stripped. Goes to the floor. Goodale got laid on, and it's tied up. It's going to be Van Far ball. In the center of the lane is where that pileup occurred. And Goodale feeling a little flatter. Not flattered. Flatter. He got mushed. Lob pass in for Verlin. He puts this one off the glass and in. Verlin Johnson makes it 31-24. Van Far trailing 50 seconds into this third quarter. Colin Wilburn getting ready to check back in for the Indians. Over to the far side, it's Ty Johnson. Johnson gets it back on a little give and go for 3. It's short, and the rebound pulled down by Verdell. Verdell on the run. Gets it ahead of Caden Wilburn from the baseline. His pass was tipped back to Verdell. He faked a pass.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right in front of us. Over to Trey Miller now. Trey kicks it back to Verlin. Now Caden Wilburn for three. That's good. Yeah. Looked like it hooked in a little bit from our vantage. We were right in line. 31-27. Wilburn, now the leading scorer for Van Far. With it at the point is Pregame. Here's Shoemaker. Into the corner now. And a travel called against Sheeter.
He's been called for that 3 times now. And every time seems surprised.
He ought to transfer to Milan. With it is Caden Wilburn. Now to Trey Miller across the line. Loses it.
No. Look at
Got
that.
it back.
Look at there.
But the ball rolled away, and it's picked up by Sheeter. Now taken away by Verdell. Back to Caden Wilburn, and a foul on Goodale.
This is wonky.
And Van Far will have it right in front of us again.
Oh, my
Caden Wilburn inbound. Let's see if I get sprayed with any sweat this time. I think Trey is a little drippier than
I think
Caden.
Drippier.
To the near side for Verdell Johnson. Comes out to the point. Lob pass now for Verlin. And it's out of bounds. No, out of bounds. Out of bounds. Last touch by Verlin Johnson.
Oran's defense has just been
They're quick.
Very troublesome.
They are quick.
Very troublesome for Van Far.
I think that's kind of a mirror image of the Van Far defense. Quick, good hands. Here's an alley-oop, and we're going to have a blocking foul. The alley came. The oop was blocked by the body of Verlin Johnson.
Verdell picks up his second.
And now off of the hands, up and knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Van Far. And Tyson Goodale seems to be having a little trouble here to start the second half. He just seems out of sorts. He was on the bottom of that dog pile in the opening seconds. Here's Verdell Johnson across the time stripe for Van Far. Lobs it to Verlin. Tipped away from him. He got it back. Kicks it out to Colin Wilburn. Now to Verdell. Verdell going to drive. From the center of the lane, his shot's good. Little 7-footer makes it a 2-point game as Van Far on the comeback trail. Across the stripe is Ty Johnson for Oran. Angles to his right now, passes to the left for Sheeter. Sheeter back up top for Pregame. Pregame knocks down Colin Wilburn. Tried to force a pass down low to Goodale, and it's taken away by Trey Miller, and he's fouled.
Yes.
And Pregame can't believe it.
Nope. And that's the one that has the sternest look on his face.
Well, it's not stern right now. It's disgusted.
It's his second. I can't even speak. I'm so excited.
Pregame gets the foul. Long pass to Colin Wilburn across the line. Colin gets it to the point. Now it kicks it back to the line for Caden Wilburn. Over to the far side, Verdell Johnson. Johnson takes it inside the circle. Shot wasn't there for him. Gives it back to Trey Miller, who gives it back to Verdell. Verdell back between the circles for Van Far. Gives it to Trey Miller. Trey going to drive. His shot no good. And a blocking foul finally called. It was a late whistle. Came in from the back official. It's the right call. And it's going to send Trey Miller to the line to try and tie this game.
Ty Johnson got the foul?
I believe so.
That's his third.
And the shot is no good. So the best Van Far can do on this set of free throws is pull within one. 31-29 with 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Van Far has been on the comeback trail the entire quarter, and Trey hits the second one to make it 31-30. Here comes Shoemaker. Hands it
Far
off.
loud and proud.
Sheeter over to the far point for Ty Johnson as they go into stall mode again. 3:50 to play in the third. Still with the ball is Johnson. Trey Miller all over him. Puts on the brakes, now gives it back to Sheeter. Sheeter trying to get past Verdell. Does into the near corner. They'll kick it back out. Here's a shot. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Verdell. Got it ahead of Trey Miller, and he's fouled. Oran fans can't believe it. Do I agree with the call? No. Do I like the call? Yes. Here comes Colin Wilburn. Spin move. No shot, but he is fouled. And the foul's really starting to pile up for Oran here in the second half.
I can't see who they're calling, and I can't find it.
To the near side. Here's a three. Verdell. No. Missed it. Off to the left just a little bit from the corner. Back the other way, and we're going to have a foul as Priggle was on the drive. Who's going to get that one?
I think Verlin Johnson.
It is Verlin's foul.
That'll be his first. Team second.
Priggle gets it in to Sheeter. Sheeter going to drive past Verdell. He doesn't like to get close to the net, though, does he? Here's Shoemaker. Shoemaker spins into a double team and scores. Wow. 3-point Oran lead with 2:58 to play in the third quarter. Here's Colin Wilburn all the way to the hoop. No. I think he was partially blocked, and we're coming back the other way with Cooper Priggle. Gets past a man to the hoop and scores. On the break, Cooper Priggle. 5-point Oran lead. And the ball tipped and stolen by Sheeter. Kicks it back. Shoemaker. He puts it in again. Uh-oh. And a timeout taken by Van Far. Pat Conaway not happy. We'll take a timeout too. 2:33 to go in the third. Little run put together by the Eagles here to take a 7-point lead on Van Far from the Class 2 semifinal.
It won't be long, and spring will have sprung, and old man winter will be long gone. Time to think outdoor work. And Barnett's Landscaping in Vandalia would like to help you beautify and improve your surroundings. Barnett's Landscaping can help you with retaining walls, patio work, seeding and strawing, mulch, finish grading, as well as decorative rock and plants. So if you're planning some serious landscaping projects, you should seriously call Brandon or Joni today. Licensed and insured, estimates are free. Barnett's Landscaping in Vandalia.
Established in 1890, Rawls County Mutual Insurance Company has proudly served its policyholders throughout mid-Missouri. They have agents in Center, Frankfort, Hannibal, Mexico, Monroe City, Perry, Montgomery City, and Vandalia. Rawls County Mutual Insurance continues to dedicate itself in providing insurance products that provide quality protection with value pricing. Rawls County Mutual Insurance. There when you need us since 1890. Best wishes to all our area teams in this year's Show Me Showdown from Rawls County Mutual Insurance.
2:33 to play in the third quarter. 37-30. Oran leads Van Far. It'll be Indians ball on the far end of the floor. Van Far moving from left to right here in the second half. Trey Miller goes right past us. Dumps it off. You got to go to the hoop with that, and it's intercepted. Here's Priggle. Almost taken away. And a travel call on number 20, Cooper Priggle. Maybe Trey didn't like the look. Thought maybe he would get charged with a charge. Here's Verdell across the time stripe. Good spin move to find a little bit of room. Gives it to Trey Miller. Miller, ball fake. Skips it far side. Colin Wilburn for three. That one misses everything and is saved right to Trey off the glass. No good. Got his own rebound. And the putback is no good. And it's a tie-up they call. It was a great save by Verlin. I don't know how the pass reached Trey Miller. He couldn't finish. Got his own rebound, but they call a tie-up. Dylan Miner getting ready to check back in for the Indians. 1:45 to play in quarter number 3. Oran leads by 7. Here's Schumacher to the hoop, and he is fouled on his way to the hoop. The shot didn't go. Trey Miller going to pick up the personal.
That's just his first. Team's third. They've changed it up. Instead of Pregame bringing the ball down, it's now Shoemaker.
And the first shot is good. You don't want to put Shoemaker at the line. Dylan Miner replaces Verlin Johnson. Dylan going to have to play strong. And he hit them both. It's a 9-point lead. Is that the biggest of the night for Oran? They haven't made it to double figures. They get it to Miner. He lays it up and in. Dylan Miner makes it a 7-point game. Shoemaker, with Miner in front of him, gets it to the near side for Pregame. That's Cooper Pregame. Over to the far side for Goodale. Goodale into the corner for Sheeter. And up top for Cooper Pregame again. To the near point, bounce pass to the middle of the lane. Ball comes out. That was Goodale, and it's taken away by Dylan Miner for Van Far. Biggest moment of his high school career happened about 5 foot to our left in last year's championship game. Ball tipped away from Verdell and stolen. Now they're going to run some clock here with 43 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Cooper Pregame. He carried the ball a little bit, got it to Sheeter in the near corner. He's going to drive baseline, goes to hoop and scores. 9-point lead. Oran, the first team over 40 points in this contest. Verdell to the near side, Caden Wilburn right in front of us. Gets it back to Verdell with 21 seconds to go. Here's Trey Miller, holds the ball high in front of the Van Far bench. Now gets it back out to Dylan Miner at the point. Dylan to the near side, Verdell Johnson. Trying to find somebody, gets it to Dylan Miner. Down to 5 seconds. Kicks it far corner. Here's Trey Miller for 3. In and out, no good. And the buzzer sounds to go to the fourth quarter. Van Far trails by 9 in the MSHSAA Class 2 semifinal. Back with the fourth after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Center Locker Service is proud as can be of this year's Final Four teams from around the area. Best wishes from everyone at Center Locker Service. To celebrate, Center Locker is running a pork bundle special for the entire month of March. Check out these special pork bundle prices on our Facebook page or call for details toll-free 1-800-884-0737. Savings now on your favorite pork cuts at Center Locker Service in Center. You can also visit online at centerlocker.com.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Let Frank Wallace in Vandalia show you how insuring your home and auto with Shelter Insurance can save you money.
Start of the fourth quarter. Let's check scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken feeds, Ascro DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right, Jacob Shoemaker leads things for Oran with 20 points. 7 for Langdon Sheeter, 5 for Ty Johnson, 4 for Tyson Goodell, 2 points apiece for Cooper Pregame and Todd Pregame for Van Far. It's 9 points for Caden Wilburn, 7 for Trey Miller, 7 for Verlin Johnson, 5 for Verdell Johnson, 2 points apiece for Verlin Johnson and Colin Wilburn.
Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken feeds, Ascro DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. Here's Trey Miller with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Over to Verdell. On the far side, he floats through the lane and gets it to roll down. Hung up there for a while, Verdell Johnson. It took so long to go down, you forgot
who shot it.
Back the other way, it is Todd Pregame as they switch off again and have Pregame carry the ball. Gets it to Goodale. Goodale goes to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Tyson Goodale, the 6-foot junior, to the free throw line. Trey Miller picks up the personal.
It's his second.
And the first shot is good. 42-34. Take that lead back to 9. Here's Goodale at the line, and the second shot goes down as well. This is a very good shooting team, just like you said in the open. That full court pressure is giving Van Far fits, and it's stolen again. Back to the far side for Sheeter. Backs it out and gives it to Cooper Priggle, 5'8" sophomore, to the near point. Back up top to Cooper. Glenn all over him, so he gets it back up top here. Shoemaker. Shoemaker backs out. We're down to 6:52 to go in regulation. Cooper Priggle over to the far side for Sheeter. Back to Priggle. Now for Shoemaker over to the far side and back up top. They've had some decent looks, but they're passing them up to burn more clock.
Yeah.
With the lead up to 9. Priggle to Sheeter. Try to get it back to Priggle. He double spin moves to the hoop and scores.
And still doesn't smile.
45-34, an 11-point lead is the biggest of the night. Let's have a magic comeback like last year.
Right.
You can't count Van Far out until the final horn. Missed the free throw, and here comes Van Far. So no three-point play for Priggle. Here's Trey Miller. Miller gets it near side for Collin. He's going to try the three. Off the mark. Verlin the rebound. Johnson back off the glass. No. Trey Miller a rebound, and his shot is good. No give up in these Van Far Indians. It's a 9-point game. Over to Priggle on the far side. That's Todd. Over the line to Cooper Priggle. Goodale gets it back to Priggle. Priggle to Priggle. And back up top for Shoemaker. That's Jacob. Over to Cooper Priggle on the far point. Now for Sheeter. 5:35 to go. Berlin Johnson on the defense. And he kind of hip checks down Sheeter. Dylan Miner will replace Verlin Johnson after he picks up his second foul. 5:27 left in regulation. The foul is on the floor, so Sheeter, well, now they're going to switch off and have Ty Johnson trigger the inbound play for Oran. They get it in to Sheeter. He backs out beyond 3. Here's Todd Priggle to the hoop. He's blocked by Miner. That's why he's in there, and here comes Verdell back the other way. Verdell lost his dribble, now gives it to Caden Wilburn at the point. They get it to Dylan Miner off his fingertips and taken away by Todd Priggle for the Eagles. 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Miner out to guard Todd Priggle, and he fouls him. Miner picks up the personal.
That's his second.
That's going to trigger the 1-and-1 for Priggle. Ty Johnson checks out for Oran. The Indians need to start to make their move. The first one misses, and the rebound pulled down by Colin Wilburn. That's a start. Caden has it in the backcourt. Stops, now gets across the line with a pass to Trey Miller. Miller gets it to Colin Wilburn, and he can't handle it. Pass was too high and too close. And the best he could do was keep it from cracking him in the nose. Verdell checks out for the first time here in the second half. Middleton back in. And with it is Jacob Shoemaker. He's across the line. Couple of stutter steps. Kicks it out to the near side for Sheeter. 4:29 to play. And a foul. Going to be whistled on Colin Wilburn as he hit the deck.
That's his first.
4:27. Indians trail by 9. And both Verlin and Verdell coming back in. Sam Middleton, Dylan Miner check out. Well, you got to hand it to Joe Shoemaker. He's put together a pretty good game plan for Van Far. First shot's no good. Collin the rebound. Over to Verdell Johnson. One-on-one, he gets across the line. Back to Caden Wilburn. Caden angles near side, gives it to Collin.
Dribble. There you go.
Center of the lane, turnaround shot, no good for Caden Wilburn. Missed it to the left. Here's Shoemaker. Good spin move on Caden Wilburn, and a timeout taken by Oran with 3:56 to play in the fourth. The Eagles lead the Van Far Indians 45-36 here in quarter number 4 from JQH Arena on TribCast.
Service and Supply Co-op of Vandalia is one of the many area businesses proud to salute the accomplishments of this year's Van Far Indians. Best wishes for another state championship this weekend in Springfield. Since 1987, Service and Supply Co-op has served the Vandalia area with most everything ag-related. Service and Supply Co-op located at 2727 Audrain Road 557 in Vandalia. Good luck to the Indians this weekend from Service and Supply Co-op in Vandalia.
For over 90 years, Calvert's General Insurance has protected homeowners, farmers, and area drivers from life's unexpected incidents. This is Tim Gamb. Here at Calvert's General Insurance, we offer insurance from multiple companies to find you the best coverage at the best price. Call us at 573-324-2321 for a free quote. Calvert's General Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Oran with the ball here. Sheeter at the point after the timeout. Over to the far side for Ty Johnson as they're looking to kill the last 4 minutes off this clock. Up by 9. Over to the far side. Priggle. Can't hit that one, and the rebound pulled down by Colin Wilburn. He's on the run. Gets it ahead to Caden Wilburn. Wilburn to the hoop and in. Caden Wilburn makes it 45-38. 3:21 to play. On the run, here's Ty Johnson over to the far side. They'll kick it back for Shoemaker. Shoemaker has Verdell on him. To the near side. The point for Ty Johnson. Near side again for Sheeter. On top of it is Ty Johnson. To the near side, we're down to 2:53. Now for Shoemaker. Goodale. Up and around to the near side for Sheeter. 2:42 to go. Work it around, and scoring is Goodale. They did everything they wanted to do on that possession.
Yes.
Burn clock and score. Here's Colin Wilburn trying to find his way to the hoop. Was blocked. Here's Caden. His floater's good. And a timeout taken by Van Far. 47-40. Oran leads. 2:18 to play in the fourth. This is the MSHSAA Class 2 semifinal on TribCast.
Spring is upon us, so Pearl Motor Company is springing into action and offering huge discounts on remaining 2017 Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac models. With exceptional pre-owned sales in January and February, Pearl needs your trade-in. Combine this with huge discounts, and March is the time to buy. Don't hesitate. The deals won't last long at Pearl Motor Company. Shop online at pearlmotor.com.
The Clopton Hawks Athletic Booster Club is proudly behind this year's Clopton Lady Hawks basketball team 100%. Coach Street and the girls have represented their community with pride and dignity. Here's hoping all the hard work and fine coaching pays off with a state title this weekend. It's been an awesome basketball season no matter what, and we have much to celebrate. Congratulations on a great run and best of luck from your Clopton Hawks Athletic Boosters Club.
2:18 to go. Need a steal on this inbound. It'll be Todd Priggle, the 6-foot junior, to inbound. Berlin on the defense into a double team. Full court pressure now, and a foul whistled on Verdell. Is that 3 or 4 on Verdell?
It's going to be 3.
And back the other way for a 1-on-1 opportunity are the Eagles. 47-40. At the line, Todd Priggle.
Yep, that was number 4 for Verdell.
Todd Priggle, where's number 35? And the first shot is good. It's an 8-point lead. .2:15 on the clock. Second shot is good as well. Back to a 9-point advantage, and Berlin with it. Back to Verdell to get across the line. Down to 2:07. Here's Caden Wilburn from the Van Far bench, gives it to Verdell. Verdell will take the 3. No. And the rebound pulled down by Oran. Ty Johnson got it. Back to Todd Priggle. Now back to Johnson again with 1:52 to play. Ooh, he was almost across the line, wasn't he? Get it to Shoemaker, and they get it across the lane, and a good finish by Tyson Goodale. 51-40. Van Far trailing here in the 4th. We're under 1:40 now at 1:35. Here's Colin Wilburn for Van Far. His shot's no good, and the rebound out of bounds. It's going to stay. I gave it to Oran?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And Miner coming back in. It will replace Verlin. It's Shoemaker to Sheeter. And Shoemaker with it again. 1:22 to play. The passing is really picking up now for Oran. They're looking to make it to the title game for the second time in 3 years. And a foul will send Priggle back to the line. Todd just made 2 of 2. This one will be a 2-shot opportunity. Double bonus time for Oran. Again, we'll have Clopton Hawk basketball. Clopton girls in the Class 2 semi coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. 6:20 tip-off as Oran hits the first. Todd Priggle has hit 3 in a row. And the second shot, he missed. And fouled from behind is Sam Middleton by Jacob Shoemaker. That draws a Bronx cheer from the Van Far student section. Down to 1:05 to play in regulation. Van Far has their work cut out for them. They trail by a dozen. And the ball gets away, taken by Sheeter. Ahead to Shoemaker. All the way to the hoop and in. Biggest lead of the night for Oran is 14. 54-40. Here's Middleton for 3. That's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Oran again. And this isn't going to be the storybook ending we had last year. Here's Shoemaker with 30 seconds to go. So Van Far will play in the Hammond Student Center tomorrow for 3rd place, and a foul will stop the clock. 25.3 seconds to go. Back to the line, Shoemaker to shoot a pair. And Van Far going to empty the bench after the first shot. Got to tip your cap to Oran as Shoemaker got that rolled around the rim 3 full times before it went down, and that's it for the Van Far first 8. And big hugs for Oran with 25.3 seconds to go. And the second shot good as well, and Shoemaker will take a seat. With this game locked up, 56-40, the Eagles are going to move on to the championship game. Mel Troy will bring it up the floor for Van Far. Over to Aiden Lawrence. Pass taken away, and here comes Mitchum to the hoop. No. Rebound, no. Another putback is good for number 32, Samuel Shoemaker. And it's going to be an 18-point win. Down to 4 seconds. Here's a three. No. And that's it. Our final 58-40. Oran defeats the state champions. The title defense comes to an end here in the Class 2 semifinals, and we'll be back with the postgame after this on TribCast.
County Market in Vandalia is proud to help sponsor postseason play on TribCast. County Market helps you save big on your weekly grocery shopping, featuring table fresh produce, a top quality meat department, Chester's Chicken in their deli, and of course always friendly, helpful service. Open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. County Market on Highway 54 in Vandalia, or visit online at mycountymarket.com. Here's to a great postseason run from all your friends at County Market in Vandalia.
At Central Bank of Audrain County in Vandalia, they realize your needs are diverse. That's why you need a bank that has a variety of options to serve you. From free checking accounts to online checking accounts to so much more, Central Bank of Audrain County in Vandalia has the perfect solution for you. Remember, when it comes to banking, know that you don't have to go it alone. Central Bank's friendly, professional staff is there to help you every step of the way. Stop by soon. Central Bank of Audrain County, 205 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Home, auto, and life. Betty Davis Insurance, offering better service, better coverage, and better price. As an independent insurance agency, we represent a number of different insurance companies. We can compare coverage and prices to find the best possible value for your individual needs. Stop by Betty Davis Insurance, located at 100 North Main, Vandalia, or call 594-3727 for a quote today. Good luck to the Van Far Indians in state play.
It's time for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. Brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
We're joined by Coach Pat Conaway following a 58-40 defeat here in the semifinals. Coach, that's a really talented, really good shooting club. They play great defense, too.
Yeah, we made too many mistakes. They shoot the ball well. We knew that. We lost 12 too many times in the second quarter. And then, in all honesty, we just didn't attack. We played, hesitant. We broke their pressure, didn't cause a lot of turnovers, but we just didn't attack it. Verlin's wide open in the middle, and we just missed him. We played too tentative. Our inexperience showed in a lot of our juniors. To be honest, they just weren't ready for the moment. And it's part of it. It's a learning lesson. But, now we got to regroup, get ready for third place game. But, we got to be better. What's hurt us all year is, speed has really hurt us, and they're really quick. And then, just the attention to the details. We forget too many things. We're trying to full court press here when it's a, 2-possession game, and we're taking off running like we're in man because we don't know what we're doing, and just very disappointed with our mental focus today. But, they got to regroup, got a short turnaround, and be ready for tomorrow.
Well, I think you said about everything, Coach. Great effort today. It just came up a bit short. The final score doesn't show exactly how close this game really was. It really was just 1 or 2 possessions that really made the difference in this one.
We cut the 7-point lead out of the locker room down to 1, and, Colin misses the layup there, a little bit of contact, but you got to finish it. And then they get a layup, so there's a 4-point swing. Then Verdell turns it over, so, they went from 1 to 7 just like that, and you just can't make those mistakes in big games. But, we'll learn from it, and, like I told them, or I'll go in there and tell them there's 124 other teams, something like that, in Class 2A. I'd love to be playing right now. Yep. So, now we got to regroup. It's not what we wanted, but, we got to try and be the 3rd best team in the state this year.
Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by, Coach, and we'll regroup and see you tomorrow.
I appreciate everything you guys do, the coverage, support you guys have given us all year, making the trip down. Disappointing, but it's a great day to be an Indian still.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, Coach. That's Coach Pat Conaway. We'll take a quick break, come back with the final scoring numbers after this on the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame.
Meyer Implement Company, your Kubota dealer in Bowling Green, invites everyone to attend this week's postseason games. As an authorized Kubota dealer, Meyer Implement is proud to offer a full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, construction equipment, and mowers to make life a little easier on the farm or in your backyard. Proudly serving the area since 1939, Meyer Implement Company is proud to help sponsor this year's tournament on TribCast. Here's to a great week from your Kubota dealer, Meyer Implement Company of Bowling Green.
For all your protection under one roof, including auto, home, business, health, and life, you can count on American Family Insurance and Rusty Strotter in Vandalia. Call or stop by and let Rusty help you find the right coverage for your particular needs. American Family Insurance offers a variety of ways to save money, including an auto and life discount. For more information, call 573-594-2288 or stop by at 217 South Main in Vandalia. That's American Family Insurance, Rusty Strother, agent. Best wishes to the Vanfar Indians.
Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame, brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
Not the result that Vanfar wanted today, a 58-40 loss in the MSHSAA Class 2 semifinal. Let's get our final scoring numbers with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
Well, Vanfar fared a little better in the first quarter. They just they went in more fearless, I think, and they outscored Oran 13-12. But then it was Oran that pretty much took over every quarter after that. They outscored the Indians 17-9 in that second quarter for a 29-22 lead, and then edged them in the third 12-10, and then put the game away 17-8 in that fourth quarter. Oran, Jacob Shoemaker leads the way with 24 points. Ty Goodell ends the game with 10, 8 for Todd Priggle, 7 for Langdon Sheeter, and 5 points for Ty Johnson, 2 for Cooper Priggle, and 2 for Samuel Shoemaker. And for Vanfar, it is Caden Wilburn who leads the way with 13 points, 9 for Trey Miller, 7 for Verdell Johnson, 7 for Verlin Johnson, 2 for Colin Wilburn, and 2 for Dylan Miner.
There's your scoring, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. And like Pat said, they got it cut to 1 there early on in the second half.
Yes.
And I think they took a collective breath, and by the time the air reached their lungs, they'd gone back and scored 6 straight points. And how do you recover from a second gut punch like that? And it just wasn't in the cards today. 58-40 is our final. We'll be back with Clopton later on tonight. 6 o'clock pregame, maybe a little bit before that, maybe a little bit after, depending on how the games are running. We'll do about a 20-25-minute pregame as they take on Thayer in the ladies' Class 2 semifinals tonight. So Clopton and Thayer scheduled for a 6:20 tip-off here on TribCast later this evening. 58-40 is our final. Oran over Vanfar. The defense of the Class 2 title comes to an end. They'll play for third place tomorrow from the Hammond Student Center next door, and we'll have that game for you on TribCast. For April Froelich, Jerry taking pictures, Mark Froelich saying, have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight from the MSHSAA Class 2 Show Me Showdown on TribCast.